Good morning. How you guys doing? This Mike back with the thought of the day on May 20th, 2025. First, I want to give honor and praise to the Elohim of Israel for giving me the strength and the wisdom to bring you this message. Then I'd like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today, I want to talk about the A thought of the day. And it says, if we get up in a meeting and tell something about ourselves in order to help the other person, we feel a whole lot better. It's the old law of the more you give, the more you get. Witnessing and confession are part of keeping sober. You never know when you may help somebody. Helping others is one of the best ways to stay sober yourself. And the satisfaction you get out of helping a fellow human being is one of the finest experiences you can have. Am I helping others? They hit a home run with that one because that's what I live for now. People know I'm very transparent, and I definitely confess a lot of things that I did in my life in order to help others. What the transparency does is it puts the person that's listening in a more comfortable position for them to also be transparent because they see that you're letting down your wall. So most of the time when people ask me to go talk to somebody that they think might be struggling with alcohol or addiction, I immediately start off by talking about myself. And once I talk about myself, then they know either they can relate or they can't. If they can relate to what I'm talking about, then more than likely they're going to give in some information and then in turn start to admit that they think they might have a problem. So it helps so much, and it also helps you in order for you to become better at what you're doing, and it helps you stay sober, man. When you out there and you really grinding and trying to help others, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 sponsees now, and Sundays I'll be traveling around doing step work with both of them, and it's a joy for me to be able to go do the step work again because it gives me a chance to read those 164 pages again. You know what I mean? And just putting in that effort. By the time you do all of that, riding around helping others, you get home, you be tired and ready to go. Like this Sunday, I had a long day, man. I got up, I walked 3 miles, and I'm not saying this stuff to brag. I'm just saying it's this the effort that you got to put in to stay sober. I walked 3 miles, then I went in up to Port Reading, New Jersey. I didn't even know it was a part of New Jersey called Port Reading. I went up there to help a sponsee do some step work. Then I drove up to Irvington to street preach for a couple hours. Then I left Irvington. I drove to Long Branch to help out another sponsee with some step work. Then I went to an AA meeting. The AA meeting was it was okay. It was a anniversary meeting, not an anniversary, celebration meeting. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed there for about a half hour. Then I left there. I hit the gym. Then after I hit the gym, I came home and I did the podcast with the brothers. And what it did was it helped me stay sober. You know what I mean? The devil can't hit a moving target. So I was out there just moving around, just trying to help people. And then when they say that feeling you get, man, that feeling that goes through you by helping another person and not expecting anything in return is undescribable. And that's the feeling that that keeps us going. That's the feeling of knowing that we're in service for God. That's the feeling of when that person shows that appreciation of that you're putting that effort in. And then when you see that person later on down the line and they give you a hug and say, I'm still sober or I'm still striving. Thanks for helping me, man. And finally, you never know who's listening, man. I never forget, I was in a barbershop a couple of years ago, and I was about to leave, and this brother stopped me, and this brother said, of course I'd never say the brother's name. He has to break his own anonymity. The brother stopped me and said, "Thanks, Mike." And I said, "What you mean?" He said, "I got a year sober." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "I didn't even know you was a drinker." He said, "Yeah, man, I had it bad, and I heard you talking last year. You was sitting in that chair and you was telling your story." to your barber, and I heard you, and it made me really look at my life and understand that I might have a problem too. You know what I mean? So it's not only in meetings, just being on any kind of platform in any place, just discussing the truth of what you're going through or what the Most High pulled you through can touch somebody else's lives and cause them to want to change. You know what I'm saying? So always don't be scared to tell you to confess some things that you went through. You know, everything ain't for every platform, but sometimes those words can help people go out and want to change their life. You never know who you are inspiring. You know what I'm saying? This Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.